So I've decided to see if AI can help me get to over 100,000 followers on my YouTube channel by the end of this year, by the end of 2024. So going into 2025, can I have over 100K followers? I've heard this done before, and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. I'm gonna try this. So I'm in a kind of unique niche. I specialize in intuitive business coaching, and I also do feminine embodiment coaching as well. And so what I do with my clients is I help my clients create and develop their unique signature offers. And I also help them work through the mindset work that they need to kind of get out of their own way and to step into their power and to feel confident as a creatrix in the online coaching space. So that's kind of where my specialty lies, is within that creation of the business framework, back end work, and also the mindset work that goes around that really kind of holds us back and keeps us stuck. And so utilizing Chat GPT to kind of help me figure out how to grow my audience, I feel like should be quite an interesting thing. Something I'm learning about Chat GPT is that we really have to educate it. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing as I go through this. We're I guess 2.5 months out from the end of the year, and I only have like just over 1,000 followers. So let's see what's going to happen from that. I honestly have no idea, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a genuine go. And I figured I would just track the whole thing and share it with everybody because that's what I'm about. I'm about no gatekeeping. If there's a way that we can figure out how to allow AI to support us in the business space, we need to be moving with the times. Something that we need to really focus on when it comes to being providers, right? Is we have to stay relevant. And with AI coming into play, being very, very helpful, but having its limitations, we still have an edge, right? Because we're human. Because we're human, we have souls. And because we are human, we also have connection to the divine. AI can only replicate what is accessible on the internet, really. So we still have this edge. I will say we need to keep an eye out though, because AI is going to continue to improve and grow. We're going to start stepping into new models in the next few years, y'all. It's not going to be a short time where these models are almost like people. They're not just going to be able to take information and kind of predict. They're going to be able to think. And this is where it's going to get into a whole new level. And so I want to stay in a positive mindset around this. I know we've kind of been programmed with these like scary movies about like artificial intelligence kind of going wild and taking over humanity and stuff like that. But I believe in the power of intention, and I believe as business women, as creators, as creatrixes, as online creatrixes, we have the ability to create our own realities. We have the ability to create into our reality. And so taking this tool that is Chat GPT and asking it to help us and be support for us is something that just makes sense to me. I've seen this happening a lot with people trying to use it to almost like replicate themselves, and that just doesn't work. Okay, we can't really do that. It's something that is designed to predict things. So if we learn how to communicate with it, we learn how to train it and teach it, then it can support us in the right ways. So I'm going to break this down kind of how I started this process with ChatGPT. So what I did first is I told it my goal. Okay, so if you want to follow along and try this challenge, we'll just make it a thing. Go ahead and comment like challenge down below. We're gonna try to ask it to make us followers. Okay, we're gonna see if we can go viral with ChatGPT. But first thing we need to do is tell it our goal. Okay. So I told it, I said, I want to have 100,000 followers on my YouTube channel by the end of this year. What do you need to know about me? And what information do you need from me so that you can help me make that happen? This is important. Okay. Because remember what I was saying, like it can predict stuff, but it's limited. Okay. It can only know what it knows. So I'm asking it to tell me, what do you need to know about me so that you can help me do this? Because if I just put in, and you could go ahead and do it yourself, try it, like help me get 10,000 new followers on Instagram in 30 days. Okay. It's going to give you a very generic approach, because that's what it has access to, right? But if we tell it to ask us, what do you need from me? We're kind of looking at this in a co-creative way, right? We need to think of ChatGPT as a tool like any other tool. We have to provide it with information so that it can give us the result and information that we need. We wouldn't expect to bring in a virtual assistant into our business and just be like, here you go, like do this. And they know nothing about our brand. They know nothing about our voice. They know nothing about our business. They know nothing about us, right? That wouldn't work either. So we have to teach ChatGPT about us. So that's where I would start with this. If you want to follow along, that's what I started with. And I chatted back and forth with it. I wish I could kind of create some framework for exactly what I'm doing with this, but it's going to be different, right? It's an engagement process. It's a back and forth process with ChatGPT. It's not just plug in these prompts and you'll get this. There are different things that we need to ask for different businesses, etc. So I'm starting with that. I said, tell me what you need. And it wanted to know about my brand, my audience, how many followers I have, and different things like that. So what I did is, I will say you're going to need the paid version of ChatGPT to do these different things. So just FYI, it's like $20 a month or something, which I feel like for an assistant is like a no-brainer. So it asked me different things like about the brand, about my voice, my tone. So what I told it, as I said, I'm going to upload my brand information. I'm going to give you some example posts that I've made, and I want you to model and learn my tone. I would also like for you to describe it. And so I had it do all this. I had it take my information and kind of compile it into its own understanding of it. Talk about the tone of my content and my brand and my brand voice and all this kind of stuff. And it kind of created like this breakdown of it. And I said, please export this as a PDF. So I downloaded it, and then I went over into, I'm going to look at this right here. It's called Explore GPTs. Okay. And what you can do is you can create your own chat. So a specific one to help you with a specific thing. So right now I've got my social media guru chat that is there to be my social media assistant. So everything I want to talk about for social media, I'm going in there. And what I did with that chat is I uploaded what ChatGPT created for me. Okay, so I've got that information about my brand, about my tone, about my voice, about all of that kind of stuff, about my audience, right? So I answered all of its questions and I compiled that data, and now I've uploaded it over into this customized social media GPT. Okay. So now this is my social media guru. That's what I wanted to be called. It's funny. So I was like, that's fine. You can be the guru. So I uploaded it all into there, and now I'm talking with that chat and asking it for more information. I asked it to help me come up with some different videos based on what it had already learned, and it gave me some really great ideas. And then I went in today. Mind you, I just started this yesterday. Okay. So this is how it's going. But I went in there today and I said, I recorded a video yesterday, uploaded it. And it has 14 views. Okay. So mind you, starting out with this, I have 1,000 followers or subscribers or whatever. My YouTube channel has been around for a long time, but I hadn't really used it to become a creator. I was just kind of using it to upload videos to host to go inside like programs and things like that. So I'm sure my algorithm is who knows what. But I said I only have 14 views. And it was really nice. And it was like, okay, I know that can be discouraging. And it gave some tips and strategies. And it talked about the analytics. And I said, well, I don't know really anything about the analytics. I don't know how to read them. I don't know what it means. And then it was telling me, no problem. This is what all of this means. And so I asked it again. I said, if I provide you with these analytics, would you be able, right? I have to prompt it. I have to ask it. It's not just going to do with that. I said, would you be able to take those analytics and help me better with my content strategy? Like, would that help you? And it said yes. It told me how to extract the analytics. So you go into your channel. I'm looking at it now. So you go into your channel analytics. You're going to go to all, content. You're going to go to all, and then you're going to go to advanced mode. Then towards the upper right, you're going to see that little like down pointed arrow thing. You'll see it up there. And that's going to download. You need it as the CSV file. And then you can upload that into ChatGPT and it will take that data. And it's been interesting. It's actually processing that right now as I'm recording this. So it was like communicating with me. It was like, thank you. I'm going to need time to analyze this, but this is what I'm going to look for. So let me see. Let's see what it was looking for. This is what I'll analyze. It's top performing videos, the highest views and watch time, CTR and thumbnails, understand the click-through rate and how your thumbnails might be impacting it, engagement metrics, look at comments, like shares, and traffic sources. Okay, so that's what it wants to look at. It wants to look at view times, top performing videos, key insights, click-through rate, traffic sources, engagement. And then now it's got some recommendations for me that I'll look at when I hop off here. Okay. But now it has all this data, right? So when I go back and I say, okay, for this week's content creation, please, give me suggestions, ideas. But again, I have to prompt it. So tell me like what to name this. What should the description be? What should my thumbnail look like, etc. So we have to make sure that we're telling ChatGPT what we need from it. Okay. So I'm going to try that, see how that goes. And I will make sure to just kind of do a couple of these videos a week, let you know how things are going with it. That's going to be kind of outside of the other, like the process that we're doing to create this. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll definitely keep you updated. I might start recording. I don't think I have a share screen here in Riverside. So I might start recording some of them on Zoom so that I can share screen and show you guys like what's going on in the back end with this and what it's teaching me so that you can learn as I go and maybe be able to implement it for yourself and see if it can help you grow your following as well. I think it's so interesting, right? Because we have access to this thing that has all the knowledge in the world. We just have to learn how to ask it the right questions. Okay, so we just got to get curious because it can tell us. It's like it has the brain of every single guru out there, gurus that are charging, tens of thousands of dollars to coach and teach. It has that information. It has that knowledge. We just have to learn how to co-create with it and ask the right questions so that it can support us in the right way. I think that's the main art of this. And so I think that that's going to be really fun and interesting to kind of figure out. How do we co-create together to make something beautiful for humanity? It should be an interesting journey. So I'd love to hear in the comments what you guys think about this and what your thoughts are. If you've tried anything like this before, maybe you're digging into this and you're like, hey, I want to try some things. And maybe if you learn something, I'm wanting to really build a community here. So tell us what you learned. I mean, I'm sharing the information very openly. Let's support each other. Let's help each other. There are so many people out there that need the services and types of support that we provide. And so we need to figure out how to get ourselves visible and get ourselves in front of those people. ChatGPT very well could be a way to help us do that. So I will check in with you on the next video, and I'll see you there.